Welcome back to my channel. I'm Terry Bowles. For all the new subscribers, please make sure that you click like and subscribe to this channel so you can get this new content every time I push it out. Today, we're going to talk about chipping, and we want to try to develop our stock chip shots. And my method for teaching how to chip is pretty simple, very straightforward. Utilizing the pitching wedge, the sand wedge, and the lob wedge, we're going to determine where we want the ball to land so that it'll release out for the distance that you need. But before that, we need to make sure that we have our proper fundamentals when it comes to chipping. So the first club that I have in my hand is the pitching wedge. And my rule of thumb is hit the pitching wedge halfway and then let it roll out the rest of the way. So in order to figure out what halfway is, what I usually do is I take a look at this shot right here. It's about 45 feet. The reason why I know this is because I step it off, and with each step it's about 3 feet. So we'll just walk this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So half of 15 steps would be 7.5, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. And this is the location where I plan on landing my chip shots. So given that we stated that the pitching wedge will go about half the distance, what we do is we set ourselves up for our chip shot by placing the club in the center of your stance, making sure that the handle, the grip, is slightly ahead of the club head at all times throughout your swing. Press a little bit of weight on that front foot, and then just go ahead and take it back and through, making sure that you brisk down and through the ground and land it about halfway. So here we go. All right, you can see that it just rolled out the other half of the distance. So we're going to try that again. As we chip here, we're going to get into the middle of our stance. Hands slightly ahead of the club face, lean a little bit forward, hit it right to that halfway mark. See how it just rolls out the other half. Now, for the 56 degree, it's going to have a little bit more spin, but you're going to have to give it a little bit more carry. So instead of half the distance, we do it about 2/3 of the way. An easy way to mark that 2/3 as we walk over to our middle spot is basically right here is the halfway mark. 2/3, just one giant step ahead. And there you go. So what we're going to find here is that we need to give the club a little bit more speed, but it's going to have a little bit more loft, which also means it's going to have a little bit more spin. So you can actually throw the club a little bit further towards the hole, but still in a nice, comfortable manner. Doing the same routine as you did with your pitching wedge. Center of your stance, hands slightly ahead of the club face, leaning a little bit forward into your stance, about 60-40 with the weight distribution. And there we go. Now, with our third club here, we have the 60 degree, our lob wedge, but we're going to use our stock chip methodology, and you want to hit it about 3/4 of the way. So if the pitching wedge was half, the sand wedge was about 2/3, so the lob wedge will be 3/4 of the way, which is one large step past where the sand wedge lands. So from here, we're just going to take one more step forward, and that's going to be our spot to drop it. So we would like to land right here, about 3/4 of the way to the hole. So the way we perform this shot is we're going to have the ball in the center of our stance. We're going to keep the handle slightly ahead of the club face, right? Grip ahead of the club face. Lean a little bit forward onto that front leg and drive down and through this ball, making it land about 3/4 of the way. All right, see I had to add a little bit of spin there. Even though I gave it a little bit more power, it still had more spin, so it was able to slow down and come to a good stop about 2-3 feet past the hole. We're gonna line up in the middle of our stance with this lob wedge, hands slightly ahead, putting our weight about 60-40 on our front leg and hitting it about 3/4 of the way to the hole. There we go. What a way to end it. Hopefully you found this chipping lesson useful and beneficial to you. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and feel free to leave something in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer it for you. But thanks for tuning in to Terry Bowles Golf. Have a great day.